Another Zone Sportsmanship Challenge of Demented Doom a Go-Go. Had to take a moment to enjoy the morning light. What did you fools think you were going to accomplish? Barely a dent in my Guy armor. You can get twice as many patches by collecting the loose patch that most zoners have in their inventory. Plus then you also take the one off of their whatever it is that they're wearing, armor or jacket. I love early morning in the zone. By the way, I wish all the Heckler and Koch Classic Series guns had this reload animation with the HK slap. Is that the correct German pronunciation? Koch with sort of a h. No, not really a h, but I can't do it. Coke. That's an acceptable pronunciation. All of this and still only 112 kilograms out of 148.5. I almost said 145.8. Explodio Rodeo Mk.2. What differentiates this from Mark 1? Well, this time it's going to be multiple targets that can each be taken out by a direct hit from a 40 mil. Let's start with 2 jumping gigantes. The idea is to hit them both while you're in the air. Nailed one of them. Another go. I saw the other one walking around. Last act of defiance. I could have gotten out of that. That was not so much a last act of defiance, more like an act of frustration. Because this type of gigant won't kill you to death instantly if you're wearing high-end armor. Oh, the weather just randomly decided to be ugly. The morning aesthetic was part of what I was going for in this video. Well, let's try chimeras this time. Just normal ones. 2 of them. See, once the weather decides to be dull, overcast, and rainy, you're not going to get the pretty aesthetic back for some time. So, screw you, Zone. I even waited an entire day just to get pretty scenery again. And the zone still wouldn't let me have it for more than a couple of minutes at a time. And now I'm going to have to endure this for hours. Well, not that this ZSC is going to last for hours, but you get what I mean. Ugh. Something that differentiates this mod from Oblivion Lost or Lost Alpha or other older mods is the skybox. It spends most of its time being dull, boring, and overcast, whereas older mods would have a skybox that was a lot more dynamic. It would be beautiful yet ominous a lot of the time. Well, it was always ominous all the time, but spent more time being also beautiful rather than dull. I'm more accustomed to aiming with a quadrant sight. One of each. Normal chimera. And a jumping gigant. And they fight each other. Let's try the two gigantes again. I think that counts. It's possible that 140 mil could have taken two of them out, but I was in the process of falling, so if that occurred, I didn't notice. Now I have to do that with two chimeras, and then it's got to be one of each. And if chimeras are involved, I already know my own tendencies. I'm just more accustomed to aiming with the GP25's quadrant sight.
Again, I like repetition.
Actually, I only like repetition when it's purposeful. Like when it's, practicing to perfect a technique. That's a rational reason for repetition. If it's boring and mundane, then screw that noise. But for me, this isn't boring or mundane. No matter how frustrated I might get, the prospect of perfecting a technique, even if it's something totally impractical, you're never going to use this in everyday life in the zone. No adventure in the zone is going to require you to do something like this. But these are zone sportsmanship challenges. I always reiterate this notion. They're supposed to be ridiculous. At least the technique-based ones that are the sorts of things I usually come up with. I don't think I've ever done an objective-based zone sportsmanship challenge. I've done allegiance runs in Borderlands 1 and 2. Those are always fun. I have half a mind to do that sort of thing in Anomaly. I still can't blast them out of the air consistently. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. An allegiance run in Anomaly. Well, pick a nationality or a weapon brand. And along with that, you can only wear armors of your faction. Whatever other rules and stipulations are malleable. For example, let's say you're playing as Clear Sky, so you can only wear Clear Sky armors. and you're doing an American or German or FN or HK allegiance run, so you can only use those weapons. No limitation on accessories. And then you can add to that, like, you can't use artifacts or mutant hides, but you can make use of any and all technological gizmo gadgets. I could have sworn I heard a VOG-25 launch from that GP-25, and I did press the fire key. IRL, it would not have armed at that distance, but even an unarmed 40mm grenade is still a big honking projectile. It's still lethal. I'm going to conduct a test. See if one Chimera should take one direct 40mm. But it might have made the RG6 weaker for so-called balance, even though it makes no sense. By the way, these are 6 barrels, not 6 chambers. Because of the way this works, it's a muzzle loader. And that thing on the end that looks like a barrel is just sort of an extension, so it can have a foregrip for better ergonomics. I'm not even sure if that counts as a barrel extension. And if it is, how much of an effect does it have? Well, they just keep throttling all over wherever they please. On the other hand, maybe I should set up a mine or two just in case. Nah. Maybe if there's a whole bunch, I'll be able to take out at least 2 if I fire at least 2 40mm. Well, there are already Chimera corpses down there, so that's going to visually, that along with the rain, that's going to create visual confusion and make it hard to confirm. Or maybe this is just a really bad idea anyway, and I should stick with jumping pseudo-giants. Oh, and if you have an RG6 and a GP25, that's 7 40mm you can fire before you have to reload anything. Should you find yourself in that situation. That would certainly be an unfavorable situation if it requires that much firepower, but all the more spectacular if you survive. How about 3 jumping pseudo-giants? I have to nail all 3 of them while I'm in the air, or optionally, at least 2 of them, and then take out the 3rd one as it lunges at me. Which will probably kill me to doom death. I spawned the wrong kind of pseudo-giant. I think I took out at least one of them. I did.
Again.
Nailed 2 of them. I'm satisfied with that. Now, no matter what happens, well, since I've had time to switch, I might as well use the one I'm more familiar with. The sight, the quadrant sight that I'm more familiar with. Yeah, I'm satisfied with that. See you next mission, zoners.